The wildest place that I've ever been was in my mother's head. She lived in the walking village of the dead. My Uncle Bunny was there. He was short and stout, and he died over 40 years before. My ghostly father was ever present. She didn't know he was dead because we were advised not to tell her. Sometimes when the nurses or the aides would come close to her, she'd say, don't touch me. They just wanted to bathe her or wash her hair, but she'd always let me touch her silver hair. My brother came weekly. His faithfulness didn't pay off in a way that helped her learn his name. She called him Uncle Bunny, and he was always patient. Singing was always good in the village. Show tunes. Start spreading the news. We're leaving today. I want to be a part of it in old New York. My mother loved New York. One time my daughter started to sing a song that she loved. Skylark, have you anything to say to me? Can you tell me where my love... Stop! Don't sing that. So soon it was, everything's coming up roses. Everything's coming up roses for you and for me. I like to think that my mother had some sort of boundary, even though she'd lost most of her senses. She kind of knew places she couldn't go, like that sad song, and the way she led us is what helped us to know when to stop. Mostly it was the show tunes, you know. She loved the show tunes, but don't sing anything too poignant. One of the last times that I visited her, she could no longer speak or sing. We sat together pretty quiet and looked at each other. She raised her head and stared at me and did the impossible. She said, "Manny, I love you." That was a killer. It was so painful to watch her pull that from inside. And then what made it worse, she did it again. Translation, Melanie, I love you. It was one of the most painful things at the time, but it was something that has stayed with me the rest of my life as one of the kindest things and the most treasured things that has ever happened to me. Not only did she let me know that she loved me, she let me know that she knew my name to the very end. The next time that I went to visit her, she was unconscious. She was breathing heavy, what the nurses call the death breath. I wanted to comfort her, but I knew that if I talked about heaven and God and those things, that would scare her, even though she believed in them. So instead I talked about the crossroads she was from. It was Cades, South Carolina. And I said, "Mama, you're going to Cades. You're going to see Grandmother and Papa, and Daddy can't wait to see you. And Mother, Uncle Bunny. Uncle Bunny's going to be there. And Mother, I'll be there later. I'll be there later." So I told her these things until I felt she could no longer hear me. And her wild, wild mind was quiet. "Mother, I will be there later. Later." Thank you.